Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 8th. It is 6:19 right now. Market's going to open in about 11 minutes. So let me set up this room real quick and then we'll get started with our session for the day. All right, got that set up. Let me get the rest of these things set up right here. That's good. All right. All right, cool. That's good. That's good. Solid. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, looks good. All right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 8th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So I'll let people join the room. And once everyone's in the room, we'll get started with our analysis for the day. So I'm going to start off by marking up the liquidity here as people make their way into the room. So market looks a bit wacky today. I mean, there's liquidity on both sides. Market wasn't really one-sided during London. It's been back and forth, it looks like. As most of you know, a lot of you guys call Tuesday Trap Tuesday because there's a lot of traps on Tuesday. So it's more today. Depending on how the market moves when it opens, we'll see if we need to be a bit more careful. But you can see there's a lot of liquidity on both sides. It's not just one-sided today. So we'll see how that goes. And then we'll choose our direction once we get a bias. All right, nice. Everything's all set up here. Everything's good. Hey, Kenny, morning. Morning, Essa. Morning, Maria. Morning, Marlon. Morning, Scotty. Morning, Brenda. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Steven. Morning, everybody. All right, so let's start off with our retail sentiment. Looking over here at retail sentiment, it is currently at, same, 61% long, 39% short. So majority of retail traders are on the long side. We're definitely looking for a sell today using retail sentiment. So with that said, our bias with regard to retail sentiment is going to be short because we want to trade opposite of all the other retail traders. Looking over here at fundamentals are currently up 21 points, but this can easily turn red on market open. So just looking at the rest of the indices today, the Dow is up 21 points, S&P's up 1 point, NASDAQ's is down 27 points, oil is up 5 points, the 10-year bond is up 1.8%. So as you can see right here, S&P is only up by 1 point. It can easily drop, in the next couple of minutes or so. Same with the Dow. So we're probably going to be looking for some sells today, but we need to confirm that when the market actually opens. Let's see this over here. Something here in the news where it says 5 things to know before stock market opens, which is going to be in about 7 minutes. Futures are flat after S&P 500's worst day in nearly 17 months. So as you can see, the market is not doing great. So WTI crude jumps again as US may ban Russian energy, which that's going to happen, of course. A lot of other countries have already banned it. It's going to follow along. Shell apologized for buying a shipment from Russian oil. So they accidentally, and these guys bought oil from Russia at a super discount. I'm pretty sure they planned that accident. Let's see. Zai urges Russian restraint. Ukrainian refugees hit 2 million. So the war is not getting any better, guys. I know like on Monday, they were discussing how they we're going to have some peace talks, but it's all talk. It's not really anything. We don't really see any progress with the war. The war is just getting worse. So with that said, we're definitely going to be looking for some sells. So with all of these news events right here, or just little updates, it looks like the market is probably going to be bearish today. Other than that, looking over here at the technicals right now, currently on the 1 minute, it is bullish because price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green. Looking over here on the 5 minute, it's pretty indecisive. Price is just right down the middle. Trend meter is red. Looking at the 5 minute, it's very indecisive as well. Price is right down the middle and the trend meter is blue. So although the 1 minute is bullish right now, I think it's going to switch down to a bearish bias after market open. It's 6:25 right now, so we got about 5 minutes till market open. We do have some time, so there's not much of a rush. Also looking over at the news for this morning, there's not really much going on today either, just like yesterday. So today might be a pretty smooth move. We just need a confirmation of bias, which is probably going to be bearish, since retail sentiment is going to be our leading confluence. With retail sentiment this high, we're definitely looking for price to come down. So once it does come down, we will insert our trades and we'll follow the move with it, because everything is pretty much indecisive. It's just the 1 minute here that needs to confirm. So let me move this a little higher right here and we'll see what happens shortly. So let me check who else is in the room. So let's see, scroll up real quick. All right, cool. Morning, Swelly. Morning, Peter. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Jonathan. Morning, Jay. Morning, Ruin. Morning, Miles. Morning, Mauricio. Morning, Fahad. Morning, Slava. Morning, Sisuk. Morning, Tizena. Morning, Barack. Morning, Damas. Morning, Orain. Morning, everybody. Yeah, I know, right? Sisuk accidentally. We'll see how that plays out. But anyways, guys, other than that, let me just mark up the liquidity here on the clean chart. Liquidity there. There. So yeah, with Trap Tuesday upon us, guys, we're gonna have to be a bit careful. But it doesn't really change anything. We're pretty careful regardless whether it's Trap Tuesday or whether it's Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday, whatever you guys want to call it. I mean, everyone has a name for each day now. It's kind of weird because it didn't usually carry off into Wednesday, but lately because of the war, market's been kind of weird. Obviously, it's not, it's not been stable. But yeah, other than that, I think that's it right here. Here's a clean chart. Obviously, you can see here, it's even better. It's easier to see when there's nothing on the chart, where price isn't really, let me just back up a little bit. Let's pull over here. You can see right here that price isn't really doing much, right? It's really just going sideways. So what we're looking for here is, since we're looking for a sell, we need price right below these sessions right here. Come back for a retest and drop below. When this happens, it's going to break all of this liquidity. And then we can continue riding it lower and lower. So this is kind of what we're looking for here. This is the pattern that we're waiting to play out, which will probably play out. It's just going to be a matter of time. As you can see right here, price isn't really doing much. It's just going sideways. So until price actually does something, we're going to be following along for that bias confirmation. Other than that, let me draw a line at opening price, which is right here. 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. All right, other than that, market's gonna open in about 2 minutes, guys. So let's let this run. All right, cool. Ruin said already had news today, right? Balance of trade. Yeah, there was news today, but it was like low impact, so it wasn't really much. So yeah, we had trade balance right here at 5:30, low impact news. It was negative. Which is good for us because we're looking for a sell. Morning, Saren. Morning, Jazz. Yeah, and imports and exports as well, Ruin. So we have news already passed. I don't think it's going to be very high impact though. Morning, Al. Morning, Rashida. Morning, everybody. All right, guys. So the market is going to open in about 40 seconds. I know, Steven, you're looking for the breakout. So I'll put the strategy over here for the breakout. Steven, we do have a sell momentum in place already. So what you're looking for here is you're just looking for a strong red candle. However, you need to pay attention that the sessions is right here. So even if you get a breakout, price might bounce right off it. So you want to be very careful with this breakout. This price can come down, get near the sessions right here, and bounce right off. So for this breakout today, Stephen, I do recommend you move your stop loss and profit when you do have the opportunity. But as you know, you're looking for a strong red candle for that entry. The entry can come below the sessions right here. So if that happens, even better. So here we go. Market is now open. Let's see where price goes. So we might get a fake out to the upside before it comes down. I think overall price is going to come down though. So you can see price is pushing up right here. Let's take a look at the fundamentals real quick. We'll refresh this. Fundamentals are currently up 62 points, which is not very strong. It's hitting liquidity right here. So this is what might happen. We might get a fake out to the upside. And price might bounce right off the sessions right here, or it might even just bounce off the liquidity right here. And you can see that huge wick right there, right? So be careful with this entry right here, guys. I definitely do not recommend you guys enter any buys today. It's not looking like a buy day. And the fundamentals aren't even that strong. So huge wick right here. It's rejecting right off the liquidity. This candle is about to close. So let's see what happens over here. Let's see how far it's going to push up if it closes. All right, so here we go. As price comes back down. If it is closed back down right here, this will be your breakout, Stephen. But you need this to be a strong red candle, meaning there's little to no wick on the bottom side. So there can't be very much of a wick down here. Keep an eye out for that. It needs to be little or no wick. Wick right there is kind of big, so it's not looking like it yet. You had about 10 seconds left on this candle right here. No strong red candle there. So there's no entry off this candle right there, Stephen. Let's see, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. As you can see, price just came in and hit liquidity, and now it's back to where it was, and it's just going sideways. Not really doing much at all. I'm gonna see where opening price was at. Opening price was there. So you're still looking for a strong red candle right here, Stephen. This might be your entry for the breakout right here, Stephen, if it closes. But you can see right here, even if you enter the trade, you're taking huge risks. It's gonna end. It's gonna hit the sessions before it hits its TP. So this is technically going to be your breakout right here if it closes with little to no wick, which it does. So this is your breakout right here, Stephen. I mean, I don't recommend taking it. If you want to take it, you can take it, but understand the risk, because this is probably going to swing back up, and you can see right there, it is swinging back up. As it gets closer to the sessions right here, you're going to get some wacky movement because price is going to come down, come up. It's going to bounce off a lot of areas as it makes its way down to this, this bubble right here. So I mean, I personally don't recommend taking it. If you want to take it, Stephen, great. It's on you. Or if you want to wait for it to come back down, I don't think you even entered it yet. So if you didn't enter it yet, I'd probably just wait for it to come back down. But again, guys, reminder, I don't recommend anyone take any trades right now because the direction has not been set. We are looking for a sell, but the confirmation hasn't came yet for fundamentals or for technicals. Right now, you can see prices right in between the pivots. Like, this is a clear reason not to take any trades right now because price is going sideways. The trend meter is blue. Fundamentals aren't even, they're like right down the middle. It's 40 points. It needs to be above 100 points or below 100 points before you take any of these trades here. So I don't recommend anyone enter any trades right now. I just marked this up for Steven because he likes to take the breakout, but it's not a good breakout. There's no clear direction. If there was a clear direction, everything was pointing towards a sell, then yeah, great, I would take the sell. But there isn't one right now. So I would recommend people hold off. I'll keep it up there, but I'm going to try to remind you guys as much as possible. This is not a good trade. I don't recommend anyone enter this. This is only for Steven here. Steven, hopefully you're not in the position yet. If you're not in it yet, I would recommend just entering it with a sell stop below here as it comes back down, because you can see it's in some heavy drawdown right now. I don't recommend entering it right now because it's probably going to swing up and then it's going to come right back down. You can see where the range is at. The range is like literally bouncing between these two zones right here. This area of liquidity and this area of liquidity right here. Exactly where I drew this line. And that's exactly why you guys shouldn't have taken the trade. Went straight back up into this area. So I'm going to take this off right here so that you guys aren't confused that we're in this position, because we're not. As you can see at this point, this area where I drew this line, price is right back down the middle. And it's just going sideways right here. Not really much going on. Price is just bouncing between these areas. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to clean up these areas of high-low so that we can follow along a bit better. So whenever I recommend you guys don't enter trade, there's a reason behind it. I'm not just telling you not to for no reason. It's because there's no direction set. As you can see right here, price is right back down this range. Here's the high, here's the low, no direction set yet. In order for us to take a buy or a sell, I need price to push above here, retest, and continue pushing up. Until we have this, I'm not going to look for any buys. If I'm looking for sells, I need price to come below here. I need it to retest and confirm the push below. Right? Until I have this, I'm not looking for any buys, or I'm not looking for any sells either. Price is just going to keep ranging between this area. You can see it came up right here and look where it bounced off. It bounced directly off the sessions right here. I don't like trading around the sessions because this happens. So this is the same situation that I was identifying down here. If price reaches this green sessions right here, which is a New York low, it can bounce off just like it did right here. It came up, reached the London high or a London low, and it bounced right off it. Look where price is again. So it bounced off it and it's right back to where it was originally, right? Where I drew this line earlier. So, I mean, it's not a coincidence, guys. Price is just ranging within this area. You don't want to be playing in a ranging market like this. You want to wait for price to go directional. Once it goes directional, you can start trading in that direction. But at the moment, there's just a lot of fake outs right here. You know, a lot of people call Tuesday Trap Tuesday because there's a lot of traps that usually appear on a Tuesday like this. So there's no specific direction yet. Once this pushes to the upside or once this pushes to the downside, that's where we'll be looking. But currently right now, there just isn't anything for us to look at. All right, so price is literally back to where I drew this line earlier. It's back into the range. Going over here to the fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently at 65 points in the green, so it's a bit bullish, but it's not very strong. In order for it to be strong bullish or strong bearish, this needs to be consistently above or below 100 points. Until that happens, there's nothing there. So here we go, as price comes right back down. No surprise here, price might come down and test this area down here, just like it did up there, and then it'll probably come right back up, unless it confirms. So tested this area. We're looking for it to come back below here, possibly retest the sessions or the liquidity area right here, just wherever this area is at this point, and then confirmation back below. Once we get that, we can start looking for some sells. But currently right now, there's no confirmation, especially here on the 1 minute. You can see the trend meter is blue. It's indecisive. So it's all about patience, guys. To be patient and wait for the confirmation before you guys hop into anything. There we go. As price starts to drop below. So let's see what happens right here when price gets down to the sessions, or just basically this general area over here where I drew the bubble. So price came down and it bounced right off the bubble. And there he goes. It pushes right back into that middle area. Henry's asking, so the high isn't a V, even though it is a big candle. Sorry, Henry, I don't get your question there. It is a V3, but it's not an entry because I don't know. Did you just join the room, Henry? Because I kind of went over like, wow, we're not looking for trades right now. It's the same thing that I go over every day. We don't have a bias. So we're not looking for any trades at this moment. I mean, also, I wouldn't have taken the trade because it's such a big candle. You know, the requirements here are that it's a max 750 pips. This is way past that. So, I mean, the main reason we're not looking for the entry right now is because we don't have a bias yet. I've been drawing this right here. We're looking for it to come down, look for the retest and confirm back below. But even if you were looking at the requirements here, if we did have a bias, there still wouldn't have been an entry because it's a max stop loss of 750 pips. This is 830 pips. So hopefully that makes sense, Henry. But I mean, there's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't take any trades right now because there's no direction set. Same with this right here, guys. I don't recommend you guys chase this sell. I definitely don't recommend you guys chase the sell right here, because if you guys chase it, you can get caught in the retracement. So the step one's playing out right here. This is the step one. What we need next is we need it to retrace back up. So we need it to retrace back up, retest this area right here. So this area is done with already. We're looking for the retracement to this area right here. If this closes below here, it needs to come and retest this area of liquidity and then confirm the drop back below. If we have that, then we can start looking for some sells. So there we go. This is why I was warning you guys not to chase this sell, because if you guys chase this sell, now it's in some drawdown, right? It's pulling back up. So price dropped below here. Let me just clean this up a little bit. All right, so price dropped below here. Now we're looking for that retest, which is this green candle right here. It's probably going to retest the sessions and confirm below. If we get this confirmation below, so that's perfect right there. You see the wick rejection right there? It's directly off the liquidity. So the next thing we need is we just need a confirmation of direction right here. Yeah, so Madhu is asking if the last sell signal was a triple confluence. Yes, it was. This sell signal right here was a triple confluence. Since this was a sell signal, it was a pivot entry. It was also an intraday entry, and it was a high low because it broke right below this low right here. So if you took that right there, it was a really quick move. I personally wouldn't have taken it because it was just too, you know, it was too big of a candle. But yes, that was a triple confluence entry right there with 3 different K2 strategies lining up on one entry point. So yeah, that was. But you know, all in all, it's just it's a risky move. Like for one, big candles. For two, the direction hasn't been confirmed yet. It's confirming right here. Hopefully, this is the second step to the confirmation. We just need the last confirmation over here as price continues to drop below. All right. So there we go. As price tests that area again, so you can see right there, it tested right at the sessions, right? And price is pushing above. So if price doesn't come down and confirm, price is probably going to push right back up to where it was originally. And you guys can see right here where price is currently at. So price is pushing up, and you can see exactly where it's coming back to, where I drew this line earlier. So it's back into the range. This is why you guys don't want to chase moves until you have the confirmation. So like, for example, here, I was recommending that you guys don't chase the sell, because if it didn't confirm, price just can come back to where it was originally. And there it is, back to where it was. So my warning to you guys is not because I don't know what's going on. It's because I do know what's going on. And it's like, it's textbook. It happens every time. So look at this range right here that we drew earlier, right? Between the sessions and, well, like the sessions up here and the sessions below here. Look where price is below. So if I clean this up a little bit again, let me turn this off, remove this here. And price already hit this area of liquidity. So this area of liquidity has been hit and now is no longer useful. So I'm going to take all this stuff off right here. And you can see where price is. It's right in between these two sessions. These right here, basically the London low and the New York low right here. Yeah, so Nick said that this is a V3, but again, I'm not taking any trades right now, guys. We need to confirm the direction before we take any trades in any direction, really. I mean, if you guys want to take these V3s, you guys are more than welcome. There was actually a V3 both ways. So it was a V3 right here for a sell, a V3 right here for a buy, and then again right here, another V3 for a sell. It's not one that I would necessarily take personally because there is no clear direction. But if you guys want to take a risk, you guys are more than welcome. Just accept the responsibility if it wins or if it loses, because I personally wouldn't take it myself. And if I'm not going to take it, I don't consider it a safe trade. Yeah, exactly. Brock said trap Tuesday indeed. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. So let's go over here to the clean chart. This is going to be easier for you guys to see. Delete all this stuff here because this is all pretty much useless now. This price is broken below. Let me go and just mark up. These areas right here. All right, so looking at this right here, on the clean chart, you can see where the range is, right? So market open right here at the 630 line. This is the high for the day, and this is the low for the day. So this is pretty much the range until price continues to push up. So like I mentioned before, until price pushes up, retests and confirms, then we'll be looking for some buys. Vice versa, same situation with the sells over here. We need price to come back below. But now price needs to drop even lower. Price needs to go like way below here because this session is not going to be, it's not going to cut it anymore because price already broke below it. So here we go. And this is exactly why I wouldn't have taken this V3. You would have been really close to drawdown right now. So I mean, you guys got to be smart about it, right? Like I'm not warning you guys not to take these trades for no reason. Like I already saw this possibly happening right here. That's why I wouldn't have taken it. There you go. Here's your stop loss. So guys, be smart about your positions. Don't take every single trade. You guys have to be smart about analyzing and identifying, what's a good trade and what's not a good trade. Because today's not a good day to just enter trades for no reason. So we still haven't taken any trades today, guys. Just keep that in mind. No trades is better than losses. So if you guys can control your discipline and not take dumb trades, as a lot of people would say, or pointless trades, you can conserve your capital for when market is better. Right now, market is not good. It's going back and forth until it sets its direction. Then we can start looking for trades. But at the moment, market is not looking too great at all because there's no direction set. Going back over here to the clean chart, I'm going to just mark this up right here. Let me just take off the sessions real quick so I can show you. All right, so this is where market opened. This darker blue line at 630 is where market opened. You can see price went up, then it came down, then it went up. Now it's coming back down, right? No direction. Price generally on open will push up or push down, retest, and continue pushing up, right? Hasn't done that yet. Vice versa, if price was to push down, it would retest and continue pushing down lower, right? Hasn't done that. Price is just going down, going up, going back down, and going back up. You guys want to be patient until a price reveals itself. Right now, a bunch of people are getting stopped out. I mean, I'm sure this has happened to you guys where you guys have chased these moves and you guys get stopped out. So this is how you get faked out. Price will drop, and I'm sure this has happened to you guys before, right? Where you guys will see this drop right here and like, oh, price has to come down because the war is going on. You guys will just like, you convince yourself that price is going to go down. So you enter a sell right here and then price goes all the way up and stops you out. And you're like, okay, I made a mistake. Price is actually going up. So you see this big candle right here. And what happens? You guys enter a buy, right? And then as soon as you enter a buy, it comes right back down and stops you out again. You're like, damn, third time's a charm. Price is coming back down. So I'm definitely not going to get tricked this time. Price comes back down. And when it comes down after this big drop, because it comes right back below, what happens? You guys enter a sell, right? And as soon as you enter the sell, it'll come down and it wicks all the way back up and reverses straight up. So you basically at that point, you've blown like three trades. You've probably blown your account at that point because you keep over leveraging and revenge trading. And instead of taking all of these like fake outs and these trades that you shouldn't have taken, you could have just sat out the market, waited for some sort of direction, and then took trades. And then again, right here, it's still faking people out. I'm pretty sure a lot of people lost a lot of trades right here because a lot of people don't have the discipline to wait for the direction to be set. There's 3 huge fake outs right here. Price dropped, faked out up, faked out down, faked out right back up, and then it faked out again right back down. So you guys got to be smart and understand when not to trade, because you shouldn't be trading all the time. It's all about having confidence in your position, not just taking any random trade. So if you measure this right here, and this is why I could kind of picture people blowing accounts right now or losing a lot of trades, because this range right here is 2,500 pips. Unless you have an extremely huge stop loss, like a 3,000 pip stop loss or a 5,000 pip stop loss, you're going to get eaten in every direction. So you just need to wait for price to confirm. Once it does, then you can start looking for trades, in that direction. So hopefully, hopefully that was a wake up call for a lot of you guys, because I know that happens to a lot of people. It used to happen to me all the time. Yeah, exactly. C6 said you got to learn to recognize a garbage market, which is its own skill set, definitely. Let's see. Oh no, Raph said he just blew his account. Are you joking, Raph, or are you being serious? Yeah, no, definitely. Unfortunately, I mean, if you did, sorry about that. I mean, you just gotta be patient with it. Like, I haven't taken any trades today, guys, and I'm glad, because I'm heavy in profit from yesterday. So yesterday during the live session, I didn't trade anything after that. So I pretty much still have all of my net positive profits from yesterday. I'm just waiting for another one of those moves because it just hasn't come yet. Like yesterday, we waited a bit to take some trades. You guys got to keep in mind, it's only 6:51. Like, it's not, we haven't even been on this live we've been on this live, but the market hasn't been open for 30 minutes yet. So it's, it's definitely going to be, there's definitely gonna be some waiting time before we hop into anything. Rav says, serious, it caught me when I was in a buy and it dropped. Damn, yeah. I probably wouldn't even have, yeah, I mean, it happens, Rav, unfortunately. So Rav said he was in a buy. I probably would have stayed away from buys today, Rav. I don't know if you looked at the confluences, because like from this morning, I was already mentioning we were looking for sells because retail sentiment is 61% short. So I wouldn't have looked for buys today at all. You probably were going off the fundamentals and you thought price was going to go up. I mean, it's up 72 points right now, but it's not up over 100. Like, in order for it to be a strong buy, this would need to be above 100 points, and it would need to be consistently above that. Also, the retail sentiment here should have been short. So without those two confluences, it's really hard. I mean, it'd be a hard buy for me to take any buys, because nothing's really pointing in the upwards direction. But it's all right. No, you're fine, Rav. I know Rav said it's his fault, but it's all good. You learn from it. You probably just got impatient, right? That's what happens with a lot of people. It was probably your trade psychology playing with you. You probably anticipated price to come right back up right here, and you tried to chase this, and then price hit the sessions right here, and it came right back down. So as you can see right here, if you look at this buy right here, price came up, it hit the sessions right here, this purple line. This is the Asia high from yesterday, and then it came right back down. This is why I don't like trading where the sessions are, because you get moves like this. So see where this rejection happened? You guys can see where this rejection happened. It's the same thing that happens pretty much all throughout the market whenever price gets near these sessions. B said, you gotta start sitting on my hands. Yeah, no, exactly. You guys gotta just wait for it. So as you can see right here, price is now coming back below. This is a good thing. Sorry, price is now coming back below the sessions right here. So check it out. Price broke below, came back for the retest right here. It's probably going to test it a couple of times. I wouldn't be surprised if it tested maybe 2, 3, 4 times before it actually drops. So I don't recommend people chase it just yet, but I do expect it to confirm. So you can see right here, just like I mentioned earlier, price rejected right off the sessions, price rejected right off the sessions. Again, right here, price rejected right off the sessions, right? These sessions are important. If price does remain below this New York low right here, then we will have a direction to be, focusing on. Let me go ahead and just draw this right here as well. I don't know what happened to the long total. This is going to be the opening price right there. I don't know what happened to it. I had the opening price here earlier and it's gone. Oops, wrong place. All right. So here we go. Price is now below this area. At this point, we can probably look for any sell entries that are going to come up. They're not, there's no sell entries available yet, but we're definitely looking for sell entries right here. So now that price is below the sessions, it's kind of confirmed that it's below this point. What we're looking for at this moment now is for any sell entries to come up. You can see right here, the fundamentals are now red. So it's perfect. It's lining up exactly how we wanted to. Price is now choosing its direction. It's below here. You want to wait for a possible retrace. Yeah, Maddie said a 3-minute daily hit, didn't take it because it was near the sessions. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken it either. So there was a 3-minute daily right here. And it already hit full TP. So I know a lot of you guys like to look for this trade right here, the 3-minute daily entry. It's basically the daily, but on the 3-minute. And this right here would have hit full TP at that point. Steven, if you went over 5% drawdown, then you would have blown your FTMO if you're doing FTMO. So you might want to check your matrix. You probably, if you went past 5%, then you would have violated the daily drawdown limit. Yeah, but if you went past the equity, you still would have lost it, Steven. If you need help with understanding the drawdown, go watch the mentoring session from last week. It was last Friday. I went over it for Kenny. It was like an hour-long discussion regarding drawdown. So if you don't understand how drawdown works, go and watch the mentoring session from last Friday, because I went pretty deep in detail regarding drawdown. Because it doesn't matter if you made it back to break even. If you ever made it past, because you already said it went past 5% equity. If it went past 5%, you would have lost either way. So that's like it's a big thing that I don't know. A lot of people don't understand how drawdown works. If you guys have any problem with drawdown, just go and watch the mentoring session from last week. So I went over it. Like we went over different scenarios and I kind of explained how it works and the reasoning behind FTMO, or not just FTMO, but any funding company not allowing you to have, more than an X% of drawdown. Yeah, no, you're fine, Steven. As long as you didn't go past the equity, then you're good. Thanks, Peter. We got news in about 2 minutes, guys. So let's see what is coming up shortly. So we got final wholesale inventories at 7 o'clock. It's low impact, so I don't think it's going to affect the market too much, but it is still news, so we'll keep an eye on it just in case. Here we go. As price pushes up, this is completely fine. We want a buy signal to come up here. So this is a good thing because we need a retracement signal before we have an entry. So I need that to close. Once it closes, we'll have a point of entry. So I'll do 7 o'clock too. So it's going to start a new hour. This is a good thing because when we break into the new hour right here, 7 o'clock, it's probably going to set its direction. So as you can see right here from 6:30 to 7, there was no direction, price going back and forth, up, down, up, down. Now that we're getting into 7 o'clock, from 7 to 8, this will probably choose a direction. It'll either keep dropping down lower or it'll pull right back up. Or who knows, it might just keep bouncing back and forth again like it did this whole past 30 minutes. There you go. So prices are now dropping right there. Let's take a look at the news real quick. So the news this morning was, it was neutral. So it's pretty much what we were expecting. Wasn't really expecting anything too crazy. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, Matt said it's a VWAP projection. All right, Stephen, we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have smoother markets by then. Right, there we go. Price drops below. Price rejected right off the previous low over here that I had drawn up. It's back into an area of liquidity. But even if this continues to drop right here, we need to have some sort of, yeah, exactly. Maddie said it's creating liquidity on the downside, which I can see because it's creating this right here. So it's going to slowly make its way up, I believe. And then it'll create liquidity as it continues to push up. And when it does that, we might not even get a drop today. We might, or not right now. We might get it like later on. Past 8. We got to see how these candles right here move. Yeah, exactly. I know we need that pending sell, just like what Barack said. Barack said we get a pending sell first. That's pretty much what we're looking for. Oh, damn, Biden is speaking today. Thanks, Matt. I didn't know Biden was speaking today. So Matt said Biden is speaking today at 7:45. Let me check YouTube real quick. That's going to affect the market for sure, obviously. Let's see. Yep, you're right. So Biden on holding Russia accountable. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be discussing the ban on Russian oil. I thought it was already banned here in the US, but I guess they're gonna make it official today. Okay, so price is breaking below right here. This is technically a high-low entry. It's a really big candle though, so I don't really recommend taking it. Yeah, I wouldn't take it. It's too big of a candle for a high-low. Yeah, this thing's dumping pretty heavy. No daily entries here, nothing up 3-minute. Yeah, Peter said gold and oil are flying. Yeah, no, because I'm pretty sure they're going to discuss the Russia ban. So with that said, it's gonna affect price, of course. Also with gold being a safe haven currency, with all the craziness going on in the world, a lot of people are just putting the money into gold. So if you guys aren't familiar with like basic fundamentals, guys, if the economy is not doing so well in the US or like if war is going on, gold usually goes up. It depends with oil, but for gold, whenever there's war going on, usually it goes up pretty crazy. So as you can see right here, this is the high-low entry that I marked up. I wouldn't have taken it because, just like Maddie said, and I was identifying, it's just too risky of a move because this candle here was too big. If you guys are wondering what strategy did I use to set this up, it's the K2 high-low scalp strategy. So we confirm this low right here. We confirm price broke and closed past the swing, which would be this point right here, this big candle. We confirm we're trading the direction of momentum. We have a sell signal right here. Price was ranging around this area, but then it finally broke out of it. So it's no longer in a range or consolidating. And this price has never been touched before. So with that said, this would have been the entry, or this is the strategy used for this entry right here. David said, Sean, do you eat breakfast before trading? No, I don't. I fast. So I don't have my first meal until like around noon. Like my morning schedule is usually I get up like around 5, I'll like walk my dog for a bit, get ready for the session. I go to the gym after, and then I eat. So I don't eat until like noon. So I have a pretty long fast. So no, David's asking if I eat breakfast for trading. I don't. I don't recommend eating this early in the morning either, because your body has to digest that food. You start to get lazy and you start to get tired. You need to have full focus when you're trading in the morning. So I don't eat at all in the morning. I get all my work done, and then I'll eat after. Yeah. So Delma said intermittent fasting. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Matt said, little do you guys know, Sean is 62. Follow his intermittent fasting tips, right? Nice. David does the same thing. Yeah, no, I mean, like when I was in law school and I was an attorney, I got into like a lot of this biohacking stuff. So like intermittent fasting is like if I want to get cut up for summer, I can lose a lot of weight and build a lot of muscle with intermittent fasting. So it doesn't work for everybody though, so just keep that in mind. If you guys want to try it, it's not really as easy as it sounds. You can have like a 5-hour eating window, and then or a 7-hour eating window, and then I fast all throughout the rest of the day. Oh no, I can't do what you guys. I can't do what you guys do. As I said, a month, and Ramadan is coming, so I will join you fasting, Sean. Yeah, I know Ramadan's crazy. I don't know how you guys do that. My buddies that fast for Ramadan, you guys like fast like the entire day. It's like the opposite for me. I eat in the middle of the day. You guys fast the entire day. All right, so no entries right now, guys. I don't want you guys to think that I'm getting distracted. I'm just going through the messages, but there's nothing here for us to take anyways. Price is still dropping. We need to wait for a retracement. I don't recommend anyone chase this drop right here. I recommend you guys wait for it to retrace to the upside and then come right back down. Jennifer is asking if have you sleep hacked? Yeah, I used to sleep hack when I was in law school because I was always studying and doing work, and I had a lot of stuff to do in law school because I was in a lot of programs and stuff. So I did sleep hack during law school. If you guys are not familiar with sleep hacking, it's like sleeping it's like basically taking a bunch of naps throughout the day. So I would just take 2-hour naps every couple hours. It's not sustainable though. Yeah, C6 said kind of what I do. Yeah, it's not sustainable. I've tried it, man, and my sleeping got all fucked up, so I don't do it anymore. I don't recommend people do it. Yeah, no, it works for some people, just like with intermittent fasting. Sleep hacking doesn't work for me because I like to get my full sleep. Oh gosh, okay, yeah, because Jennifer, she's eating raw vegan diet. It depends on your diet too. So my diet wasn't like that. I was still eating normal food, so it didn't fit my sleep pattern and my diet. So, all right, guys. So we got the low right here. Let's see if price pushes back up from here. This is fine. Price is really far down. What we're looking for now is a retracement to the upside, and then we'll catch it as it comes right back below. Rick said retracement will happen in 2024. Right? Yeah, Peter said, Rick, yeah, when Trump comes back. Yeah, that's I always wondered, is Trump like rerunning again? He's and if you guys are new in KT, you guys weren't here like during COVID and during Trump's time. Like if you guys were trading with us here during Trump, man, it was so easy to make profit. You could literally buy whenever Trump talks and you would make so much profit because he would just push price up like crazy. And then right after Trump left, we had COVID. It was so easy to just sell. Like if you have any retracement like this, you could just take a sell and like literally just let it run with no stop loss, and you would hit your TP easy. This war here, it's like war slash COVID. It's just weird. It's like, it's not really, there's no clear direction. So like if you go over here, like on the higher time frame on the 10-minute, or not even this, if you go like on the 60-minute or something like that. So if we go to the hourly, you guys can see that price is dropping, but it's not like any clear drops. It's kind of just like, you'll see price drop a little bit, it'll consolidate, then it'll drop, and then you'll have this weird retracement and it'll come back down. Before, when Trump was president, like literally whenever he would talk, this thing would just skyrocket, keep going higher and higher and higher. And then COVID happened, price would just keep going lower and lower and lower. There wasn't a huge retracement like this. But it's all good. Market changes and we adapt with the market regardless. So it doesn't matter whatever the market's like. If the market's moving sideways, going up, going down, we'll adjust with the market. And Tom said, where to buy a Trump indicator? Jennifer said, that's my man, him and Rick, Trump and Rick. That's funny. All right, guys. So there's not really much for us to take right now. I mean, price is now ranging around this area. This is fine if price ranges. I kind of want it to range. So what I kind of wanted to do is push up a little bit, create a range. And then once we have a range around this area right here, price will break out one way or the other, right? We're definitely looking for a sell, but just gonna be a matter of confirmation where it's going to be pushing, one way or the other. Okay, so there goes a retracement signal that we're looking for. That's completely fine. We want that to come up. If we get a V3 here, guys, so one heads up is if we get a V3, I'm not going to take the first one because the first one might be a fake out. Price might keep pushing up. What I might take with maybe the second one. So not the first one, maybe the second one or the third one, because you want to make sure that price is actually coming down and it's not going to go way back up. So like the sessions over here. Patrick said, I passed my FTMO challenge because of K2 and Trump, right? Is there anything else that I'm missing? Rick said we are anti-globalist. I know, it's crazy. Like with all the craziness going on in the world, with the war going on and stuff, it's crazy because we're here in the comfort of our homes or office or computer or whatever, and we're just making profit while everyone's like freaking out over the war. Basically, Rick, Jennifer said there's a war. Yeah, no, definitely. Joshua said Trump indicators on Twitter, his tweets were the best for price or for momentum. Yeah, no, exactly. Like what Joshua said, if you would ever see Trump tweet something before when he was president, price would like literally skyrocket. You just literally wait for him to post something. Yeah, Peter said the real war is virus in the media, and virus is the media. Yeah, I mean, you don't really know what's going on over there. Just seeing what the media is showing you. All right, guys, back to the charts. Nothing going on here. We have the retracement coming right here. This is fine. We want price to retrace up. In order for us to have some sort of entry, we need to have a retracement signal. So we have right here this buy signal that is pending. Once it closes, we can use this as a guideline as to where the retracement is happening and where it can be coming back down. Looking over here at the 3-minute, there's nothing here off the 3 either, nothing here off the 5, nothing here off the 10. So if you look at all the time frames here, there's no entries that are available at all. This is kind of the dead period that we're looking for. What might happen at this point is price is going to create a range. So there we go with that buy signal. This is exactly what we wanted. We want price to keep pushing up. It's probably going to provide a range. Once it provides a range, it'll probably consolidate a bit, and then after that range is done, we'll probably see a breakout in one direction or the other, hopefully to the bottom. Yeah, no, saying here, Brock said, hope it closes. Yeah, I want this buy signal to close, because once it closes, it'll confirm the retracement. Again, right there, no buy signal closed. So what we'll see here is a range being created. So as you can see at this point, price is now ranging within this area. We'll see if price breaks above it. It probably will, and it'll just push the range a bit higher. Other than that, I don't think there's really much for us to necessarily look at specifically. There goes, price pushes up higher. That's completely fine. All right. So there goes that buy signal. This is pretty much what we wanted, but we wanted to actually close. All right, let's hope that this closes here. All right, perfect. So it's closed right there. We have now a pending sell. This is great. So guys, remember earlier when I mentioned not to take the sell because price may push back up to the sessions? Look where price is going. It's pushing all the way back up. It might even come up test the sessions, or it might not go that high, but I'm anticipating it to push up to somewhere around this bubbled area over here, maybe. So somewhere around this area over here before it comes right back down. Looking over here at the retail sentiment is currently 61% long. Looking over here at the fundamentals are currently down 128 points. This is exactly what we're looking for. There's actually news going on right now. It says live House Intelligence Committee holds a hearing on worldwide threats to the US. So prior to Biden speaking, we actually have the House Intelligence Committee holding a hearing on world threats to the US. So there's actually something going on right now as we speak. Yeah, thanks, Peter. Yeah, I just saw that right now too. So check this out. Price is pushing back up. It's probably going to push up and hit the sessions. This is why you guys do not want to chase trades. So whenever I tell you guys not to chase sells, I'm literally telling you for a reason, because what we anticipated earlier played out exactly how we anticipated, right? Price went all the way back up. And I know you guys can take speculative trades here because I know, especially Rick, I don't know if you're in this buy, Rick, but usually the analysis that I point out usually plays out either on point or very close. So like, for example, right here, this is pushing up, it's rejecting right off the pivot. It's now in the bubbled area. We can probably expect some sort of drop to happen at some point. If we get a V3 that comes up right now, I'm not going to take it because price might push up a little higher and test the sessions over here. But I might take the next one. So right here, a V3 is probably setting up. Not one that I would recommend taking because I don't ever take the first one. I usually wait for the second or third one to confirm. All right, so the House Intelligence Committee is now holding their hearing.
And tragic invasion of Ukraine, which has produced.
So it's just war. I mean, obviously the war stuff going on there. There's a lot of stuff here that's going to be covered, obviously, regarding the war. So with that said, that might cause price to drop again as well. So it's going to drop in our favor. Oh gosh. Okay. So Rick said his sell got stopped out on profit, which is good. Surprised you didn't write this up, Rick. You're actually trading pretty smart today. I would have sworn if this was Rick like 2 weeks ago, you would have been in this buy right here, and you would have been like, hey, I entered at 32,574. I'm up like 5K, and I'm like, and we would tell Rick like, Rick, move your stop loss and profit. And he's like, no, I'm riding this to the moon, and then it reverses all the way back into the negative, and he's like, oh man, I went from like 5,000 profit to negative 5,000. Should have pulled. No, that's funny. So if you guys have been here for a while, you guys know what we're talking about. Yeah, Rick said he's now in a sell. I do expect it to come back down, guys. So it's now in this area right here. Price is dumping. I don't recommend anyone hop into this yet, though. I don't think it's done pushing up yet. So you guys can see the big wick on the bottom right here. But I'm sure you have a pretty wide stop loss. So Rick, if you're in a sell right here and your stop loss is above the sessions, I think you're okay. Because I do think it's going to come back down. It's just a matter of time, because they're talking right here. So Director Haynes, who is Office Director of National Intelligence, they're talking about worldwide threats to the US. So basically they're going to be going over a lot of the stuff that could possibly happen here. If there's threats going on in the US, price is not going to go up. Price is probably going to come back down. So yeah, look at that. It's rejecting right off opening price. So this is this is the I wouldn't be surprised if it comes crashing all the way back down right here. Because like as you can see right here, it just spiked up. It probably stopped people out, and then it's probably gonna come back down. But here's the crazy thing. So you can see where price kind of dropped right here. If price comes up to this area right here, it's going to be exactly to where I drew this line this morning. So it's just going to go back into the range. It's like this never happened. So this never happened. And it's like right back to where it was earlier. See, Anton said a 15-minute. I wouldn't mess with that. Anton said a 15-minute V3. I think I'd find that to be like way too risky. All right, so price is pushed above this area. Let's see if it closes above opening price. If price does close above here, then I do expect price to probably be consolidating a bit before it comes right back down. What a big push to the upside. If you go and measure this right here. Wow, so that push right there. So this push right here happened. Here, let me just move. So it happened right here. In about 10 minutes, price pushed up almost 3,000 pips. Can you guys believe that's crazy? In about 10 minutes, this thing pushed up like about 3,000 pips. It's pretty nuts. But okay, so let me just clean this up right here. So as you guys can see right here, look where price is having difficulty closing above this blue line that I drew earlier, right? If you guys don't remember what this blue line is, this is opening price. This is a key price area to pay attention to. You can see price pushed up, bounced off the blue line, pushed up again, bounced off the blue line, and now it's possibly coming right back down. There's no entries available yet. So even if, if we were to see anything here, there's nothing for us to take to begin with. So there's technically a V3 over here off the 3-minute. Not sure if Maddie, you're looking at this. It's kind of too big though. It's 860 pips. It's tempting, but I think it's too big of it. Yeah, it's way too big of a candle. So I'll mark it up here. I don't recommend people take it, but I mean, I'll mark it up and we'll see where it goes from there. I do think price is going to come back down, but I mean, I'll let you guys take that risk. I'm not going to take it. I'm not looking to lose any of my profits from yesterday, guys. I made a pretty good amount of profit yesterday. I'm not looking to lose any of it, taking any risky trades today. If we don't have any trades today, that's fine. I'm going to wait until tomorrow and I'm going to conserve my capital for a better trading day. As you guys can see from the market is, I mean, this is by no means a good trading market at all to be trading in. Also, there's a lot of news going on. One thing that you want to keep in mind is that they're going over the world threats to the US. This is pretty big. It's not something that should be downplayed because this can indicate that, if there is a possible war that can reach the US. Same with Biden. Same with Biden over here speaking. Biden's going to speak in about 20 minutes. So do expect price to keep moving pretty unusual. I mean, it's moving pretty unusual for it already because you can see the weird, like there's not even any pattern here. If you look at how price is moving right here, price kind of came up, came down, came up, came down, came all the way back up, and then now it's just consolidating. It's not like how it was yesterday where price was just going perfect, right? It was literally just going perfectly down where we can take trades. Currently right now, it's not doing that. So I do think price is going to come down though. For one, retail sentiment is long. So it's 61% long right here. So I do think price is going to come down with regard to retail sentiment. Fundamentals are currently, they're not very heavy, but I think the main thing here that's really convincing me that price is going to drop is the fact that they're speaking right here. Because if they're speaking about worldwide threats to the US, it's not going to be good news. It's going to be bad news. Plus, Biden is going to be speaking over here as well about the war. So, two big entities talking about the war, bad things, oil, stuff like that. I think it's going to negatively affect the market. But again, that's all speculation, right? There's no actual macro analysis to the fundamentals or what's being discussed. It's just, you got to think about the psychological effect on people. if people are talking about worldwide threats, what is a normal person going to feel? They're going to be nervous and they're going to be scared, right? So if you have all these normal people in the market, they're going to sell off because they're scared. Price is going to drop. It's just too risky. So here goes the 3 minute right here. It already hit TP actually. Damn, I didn't even see it close, but looks like it's about to hit TP, or it already did. So there's the 3 minute V3. I don't really like taking it on 3 minute. I just marked it up there. So if you guys were following just a few minutes ago, I mentioned that there was a 3 minute V3 and I said I was going to mark it up, but I probably wasn't going to take it. So that V3 right there hit full TP. And here we go. His price dumps all the way back down. Right. So price came up, tested opening price, and it came all the way back down. This is exactly what we were looking for. Unfortunately, we didn't have any entries. So if you guys remember earlier, I mentioned we were looking for the retracement and we were going to catch it as it comes back down. This was the confirmation of it coming back down, but there's no sell entries that came up over here, just this 3 minute, which hit full TP. Yeah, the problem with the 3 minute, so Kip said 3 minute hit so fast, but the confirmation candle left a big wick. Yeah, so that's another reason why it would have been wary to take it. The problem with the 3 minute is that it's on a different time scale, right? We're looking over here, and this doesn't line up with the 3 minute, with the 5 minute or the 1 minute. So if we're following the 1 minute, we'll come back to the 3 minute and the trade's already played out. So like if you're trading on the 3 minute, you have to like literally focus on just the 3 minute because you can't go between the 1, 5, and 3. You can go between the 1 and 5, but the 1 and 3 is just too difficult to follow along. And Maddie said the 3 minute is too choppy. I agree. All right, so there we go. As you guys can see, the analysis that I was discussing earlier, you get them talking about worldwide threats plus Biden. It's like a double whammy for sells. Plus retail sentiment is short as well. I think fundamentals are probably down as well. It's probably down 100 points now. So it was down 26 points. If we refresh this, I'm pretty sure it's going to be closer to 100. Maybe not 100, maybe like 70. So let's see. Yeah, it's actually below 100. So there we go. So everything's pointing towards the sell, guys. All biases are pointing towards the sell. Fundamentals are red. Retail sentiment is red, is long. So you're looking to do the opposite for a sell. Technicals here are a sell as well. But again, if you guys didn't catch any of the moves earlier, I don't recommend you guys chase it. Just wait for another entry to come up here. So there's nothing available right now. What we could look for is a possible V3. In order for us to get a V3 though, we need a retracement signal. So we need price to push up at least slightly before we can, hop into a V3 or even a V2. Nice, Sisu sits in typical positions and it hit. Nice work, Sisu. What a wacky market. I mean, it sucks. I was kind of hoping to get like at least one good trade today. We can still have it though, don't worry. I mean, trade might come up. It's just gonna be a matter of us waiting for that setup to come up. It's 7:30 right now, so we still have about 30 minutes. But yeah, Biden is going to be speaking soon. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get a trade anytime soon. Biden speaks at 7:45. It's 7:30 right now. So we got about 15 minutes until Biden speaks. I don't recommend anyone trade when Biden speaks because this guy, he'll say one thing and then he'll say a complete opposite thing right after, and it'll throw off the market. Usually when Biden speaks, the market doesn't do so well. Or what I've been seeing lately is the market just gets flat when Biden speaks because everyone's worried to trade when Biden's speaking. Like nobody trusts Biden whenever he's speaking because they don't know what he's going to say, right? He'll say some, and I'm not trying to be political at all because I'm not political, but watching the market while Biden speaks, it's kind of like watching paint dry. Doesn't do anything. It's like you'll see price go like slowly because nobody wants to trade when he's speaking. It'll just literally go sideways. And then as soon as he's done speaking, you'll see like big spikes in one way or the other because everyone's like happy that he's done speaking. So yeah, Biden's going to speak in about, but here's the problem. Biden is speaking, his announcements are going to overlap with this over here. which is a House Intelligence Committee, holding the hearing on worldwide threats. So you're going to see drops in price. It's probably going to be based off this right here, not specifically off Biden. So I would just be careful. All right, Matthew, we'll see you tomorrow. Damn, it's 11:30 over there. Super late over there. See, Barack said possible momentum entry on the 3-minute. Yeah, possibly. Or not necessarily a momentum entry, but a pivot scalp. I wouldn't really take it though, because it's already dropped so far. So the entry that Barack is referring to right here, or I mean, it's so this could be a couple things. It can be either an intraday entry, or it can be a momentum, not a momentum, a pivot scalp. But as I said right here, this is why I wouldn't have taken it, because we're looking for that retracement. So I wouldn't have taken the trade right there, because on the 1 minute, we're still looking for the retracement, right? So over here, using this as a confluence, we're expecting price to go up. But yeah, for this sell signal right here, this could have been a pivot scalp entry or a intraday momentum entry. There's a couple other entries that it could have been, but I personally don't like the 3-minute at all. We used to trade on the 3-minute a lot, but 3-minute is super choppy. I think it's worse than the 1 minute. So if you scroll out a little bit, let me just turn off these things on the chart. So looking at the chart right here, this is the 3-minute. It looks okay with like it kind of clean, but if you look at the 1 minute, the 1 minute is actually a lot smoother than the, but I would have to like turn this stuff off. So you can see it's more of a smoother move on the 1 minute. It's a smooth push to the downside, consolidation, push right back down. The 3-minute over here is like consolidation, choppiness, drop, super choppiness, come back up. It's just choppy all around. So I personally don't really like the 3-minute very much. I know we used to use it a lot before, but I don't really like using it anymore, because I do find better entries on the 1 minute. Other than that, let's go back to the 1 minute over here. Turn these back on. All right. So we don't have anything to take right now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Once Biden starts speaking, I'm probably going to be done. I'm probably going to wrap this up a little early, because there's just no point in trading around the time that Biden speaks. Either price is going to be really slow, or it's going to move very unusually. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat, and I can answer whatever questions you guys have. Otherwise, we are having our mentoring session tomorrow. So I'll set up some times tomorrow. We'll probably have it our usual time at 2, because I think that's the best time for everybody. So probably tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we will have our group mentoring session. So if you guys have any specific questions, we can answer it more detailed there. If you guys have questions now, feel free to drop your questions, and I can answer whatever you guys need help with. Patricia said, hang it up, Sean, not worth it today. Yeah, no, I agree, Patricia. And, coming from Patricia, and you guys know who Patricia is in the group, if Patricia says not a good day, Maddie says not a good day, I say it's not a good day, it's probably not a good day. And it's not worth risking, because the last thing you want to do is lose your profits from yesterday, taking risky trades today when you have an entire week ahead of you. So if you guys don't have anything today and you guys don't have to trade, I don't recommend trading. Just wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow's probably going to be a smoother day. Let's check the news real quick, see if there's anything going on tomorrow. We have JOLTS job openings tomorrow, and then we have crude oil inventories. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, and a lot of people don't like when there's news. I actually like when there's news, because it creates volatility in the market. So tomorrow we do have 2 high impact and medium impact news events. With that said, we're probably going to have some pretty nice pushes in price. So I would probably just save your capital for tomorrow, guys. Main thing is just Biden is speaking today. I don't know. Biden's like the worst indicator in the market, because with Trump, you can like buy when he spoke and it's like perfectly fine. Even when Obama was president, you could buy and you could be good. But with Biden, it's a whole different story. Yeah, exactly. Gallo said, that's what I love about the K2 family. Focus on low risk and high reward, no greed. Yeah, no, I agree. And Maddie said, yeah, today's not a good day at all. So yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much, I'll hang around for a bit. If you guys have questions, I'll probably just sit around until maybe like 7:40 or so. And we'll see if there's anything for us to take, but I don't see us really having any entries to take today. As you can see, the market has been super choppy all day. There's not really any good entries for us to hop into. Nothing safe enough for the most part. I mean, there were entries that were available, but just not safe entries. Barack said, I've had enough for the day. Thank you, Sean. Good day, team. Yeah, definitely. So we'll see you tomorrow, Barack. But I'll hang around for a bit. If you guys have questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. If there's anything about the strategies, anything about trade psychology, FTMO, anything really, I can help you guys out. I'm here to help you guys out. So if you guys have any specific questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Otherwise, we'll hang around for a bit. I'll play around with the different time frames, see if I can find anything on the other time frames, but I'm not going to force anything today. Brock said, sorry, I have a question. Is there a way to add an alert to the trend meter? I don't believe, well, what would you want an alert for, Barack? Because the thing with the trend meter is that it repaints. So if price is moving up and down, it's going to repaint. So you can't really put an alert on it. It's similar to the high low here. Like the high low here, unless it's established, it, oh yeah, I don't think you can set that up. Because the thing is, it's always changing. Because you can still repaint like a couple candles later. Yeah, no, you can't. I don't think you can set them for the indicators down here. I can probably see if we can have that made, but I don't think it's going to be possible, because if it was, it would have been made already. But I can probably ask my brother if he can. See, my brother's in here. Where's Justin at? So my brother's not here. I'll message him and I'll ask him. If he can set that up, but I don't think it's going to be possible, because you're probably, like, if you have that set up, you're going to get a signal every time it changes. So if it goes from like blue for like one candle, it'll change, but I'll ask him, maybe he can set that up. Yeah, this is a possible V3 right here. I wouldn't take the first one though. So there hasn't been a V3 come up yet. So I personally would not take the very first one. We'll see if this plays out. And you can see price is still pushing up. That's why I wouldn't take the first one, because price can continue to push up higher. So I'd probably wait for the second one. I let one just run. If it hits, great. And then I'll wait for the next one, and I'll probably hop into that one. All right, so a question from iPhone said, I'm new to K2, can you please explain the variation? So the variation, there's 3 different variation strategies. This would be an example of variation, or I'll show you a different example, like one that's actually good. So let me just mark this up first. But, you know, as I mentioned, I don't recommend anyone take this. It's just too, also the stop loss is too close. It's about 300 pips. It's like at the bare minimum. Because what might happen here is price might continue pushing up higher and push up, you know, to a higher high from this point. So I'll just leave it alone right there. Let me go to a clean chart and I'll show you an example of the variation. Let's go over here to another chart. All right, so we'll start off with the variation V1. So let me see if I can find a V1 here somewhere. The V1 doesn't really come up too often. There's a V1 right here. Okay. All right, so if you're looking for the V1, this is going to be the variation version 1. So in order for you to identify where the variation is, this is going to be the version 1. First, you want to confirm the high-low using the high-low indicator. So the high-low indicator is right here. You can see where the highs and the lows are. Here's a high, here's a low. You want to confirm where they are. So there's a high right here, and there's a low right here. With that said, you want to just confirm that the following candle is a double wick rejection. So this candle right here, right next to it, you can see there's a high here, and the next candle right here is a double wick rejection, right? It's rejecting off it right there. So you get a double wick rejection. With that said, you would enter this for a sell right there. You go for 100 pips. And this would have been the V1. You let that run, and there you go, full TP. So this is an example of the version 1. They're all a bit different. The version 2 is going to be this right here. Let me see if I can find one. So basically, you're doing the same thing. You're looking for a high-low, and then you're looking for a strong candle to follow. Let's see, this is one right here. Okay, so again, right here, let me see. One right there. And it was like literally right next to it. So again, right here, we have the high and we have the low right here, right? So look at this point right here. You want to confirm the high low, first step. It's always gonna be the first step for all the variations. For the variation 2, you want to confirm the high is a green candle. So right here, this high is a green candle, right? That's gonna be requirement number 2. For the third requirement, you want to confirm that the following candle is a strong opposite candle. So right here, we have a high green candle. Right here, we have a strong red candle. The reason why it's strong is because there is no wick on the top end right here. So with that said, you would enter this for a sell for 100 pips. Again, right there, you let it run in full TP. So there's an example of a V2 and a V1. V3 is a little different. So all these variations are slightly different. They're not a huge difference, but they are a little different. For the version 3, you're looking for a high, and then the opposite is going to be a sell signal. Or if you're looking for a low, you're looking for the opposite to be a green candle. So let me see if I could find one over here. I need one that has like at least a decent push, and there needs to be some sort of space in between. Oh, here, I'll put it. This is like a little harder to find because we're not really, it depends on the market. It's just harder to find right now because we need, okay, here's one that's perfect. We need the pending signal. Okay, so looking at this right here, this is probably the best out of all the variations because you have a better risk to reward, and it's usually a better trade because it's more balanced. So for the version 3 right here, you want to do the same thing that we were just discussing. You want to identify the highs and the lows. We have a high right here, and then we have a low down here. With that said, you have requirement number 1 met. For number 2, you want to confirm that you look for, if you're looking for buys, you want to make sure that the low is with the red candle. Or if you're looking for sells, you want to look for a high with the green candle. Or if you're looking for buys, you want to look for a low with the red candle. So for example, right here, we have a high with a red candle. That's going to be step number 2. So we identified the high. We identified that the high was with the green candle. That's going to be steps 1 and 2. Step number 3, you want to confirm that the next candle is opposite. So right here, we have a green candle with the high. The next candle is a red candle, right? With that said, that's going to be requirement number 3. For number 4, you need to confirm that there's a pending momentum in that direction. So right here, we have a buy signal, right? Which is momentum pushing to the upside. The next signal is going to be a sell, right? So with that said, you would have a pending sell because it goes from buy momentum, sell momentum, buy momentum. The next momentum is going to be a sell, right? So since you're looking for a sell here, you have a pending momentum in that direction. So with that said, we have all requirements here met. Pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one right here, we can't really check because the market this is back in time. It's not current. But if everything was pointing towards the downside, which it looks like it would be, it looks like the sentiment here is for a sell. You can see prices in a heavy downtrend. Retail sentiment was probably pointing towards a sell as well. And you also would probably have strong fundamentals for a sell. So with that said, you would enter this for a short. All requirements are met. And I know it might seem like a lot of requirements, but realistically, it's not very much at all. Once you get the hang of it, this is going to be something that you don't even have to think about. You'll be ready for the entries here. So with that said, you have everything set up right here. It's an equal 1-to-1 risk to reward. You let it run, and there you go, full TP. This isn't one that I personally would have taken because the stop loss is too tight, but this is an example of how this setup would work. Obviously, it's not going to move fast because this was during Asia session. You can see it's at about 2044. So this was like middle of Asia session where market was slow, but that's just an example of how it works and how it's set up. So there goes an example of all of the V3s. All right, let me see what else I missed over here. So that V3 over there looks like it did hit full TP, the one that you marked up, Charles. Or Nick, I forgot who mentioned it, but yeah, there was a V3 right there. There's actually another V3 right here that's coming up. I think the stop loss, it's too late for me to enter it, but yeah, I mean, it would have been pretty solid. Yeah. So there's a V3 that was right there, but it's okay. I'm not in the position. I don't recommend anyone FOMO into it. It's too late to enter into it. Just let it be. And Biden is also speaking right now. So Biden is supposed to start speaking right now. I don't recommend anyone entering any trades while Biden's speaking. However, the House Intelligence Committee is also speaking as well. So yeah, and no problem, iPhone. Hopefully that that helped you understand everything. And this is why I wouldn't have taken the trade. Biden is speaking. Don't enter any trades right now, guys. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Another question over here from John. John's asking, hey, Sean, I'm new, but I watched your course. My broker for US30 isn't set up yet. So I've even just trading. Oh, it looks like there's a typo there. I think you said I have been just trading forex pairs. Are we supposed to use the SRV2 with the sessions high low? What time? So you can use it, but there's no strategy that requires you to use that. All the indicators have different uses, but there's no specific strategy that requires that you use the V2, the SRV2 with the sessions high low. I mean, you can use it. They're all extra confluences. So if you go back and watch last week's mentoring session, I went over how that would be useful if you were to combine, or not really combine, but use other indicators in conjunction with each other. There's no specific strategy that uses those two, but you can use it because if you've seen my analysis right here, these sessions do identify good rejection points. So what I would do is if you were applying the V2, you'd probably want to stay away from the sessions, right? Because if price gets to those points, you'll probably get caught in some sort of reversal. So there's no strategy that uses it. It just depends on what you want to use it for. Obviously, the more confluences, the better, but you don't want to have too many confluences because then you'll never have any trades to take. Your second question here is, what time frame would you recommend? I see in the videos you use the 30-minute a lot. I mean, it depends on you, John. So like these indicators and strategies and different ways that we apply, all of our confluences, they work on all the time frames. Because if I'm good on the 1 minute, doesn't mean you're going to be good on the 1 minute, right? So I can't tell you what's necessarily good. They're all good. It just depends on what works for you. So I feel like a lot of people ask that question and they think there's like some golden time frame. There's no golden time frame. You can trade on whatever time frame you want. If the 1 minute stresses you out, then don't use the 1 minute. Use something higher. If the 3 minute bores you, if you're too bored with the 3 minute, on the 30 minute, don't trade on the 30 minute, right? It just depends on preference. So I would recommend that you actually test out the strategies and figure out what works for you. If you can once you figure that out, you can focus on what works best for you, right? It's like I'll never push scalping onto people who don't like to scalp, or I won't push swing trading on people who don't like to swing trade. Like I personally don't like to swing trade. It's boring. It's like I don't want to be on the chart all day charting something. I'd rather be on the chart from 6:30 to 8, make a bunch of profit, and then go enjoy my day. So, it just depends on your lifestyle, your preference, the way that you want to trade, how much time you want to put into this. So, I mean, it's really up to preference. So once you figure that out, we can probably discuss more in detail what strategies work best for that time frame, or like what type of style you want to trade. And you can build on that. But I think for the most part, you have to figure out what fits you. You should never force yourself to trade a way that doesn't fit your trading style. Your last question said if the meter goes blue after you get into, no. So you should never do that. If you have an entry and it's valid, it's valid. It is. You should never second guess your trade. If you find a trade that, like if you have an actual valid entry and you're in that trade, you should never second guess it. That's like how people usually lose trades. Because what I see happen with a lot of people is they'll enter a trade and then the trade starts going in the opposite direction and they get scared and they pull out. A few seconds later, it goes right down to TP, right? You have to have that trade psychology to let your trade breathe and let your trade do what it's supposed to do. I think you got to go back and watch the videos, John. I think just go back and watch the videos and figure out like a strategy, because I feel like you're really confused about like how things are applied or what's being used with what, or if you should be in the position or not. If you watch the videos and you actually apply it yourself and you actually get the hang of things and you test it yourself real time, you'll understand that, those rules are in place for a reason. So you should never second guess your trade. Let your trade do what it's supposed to do if it's an actual valid trade. But if it's not a valid trade, then yeah, definitely pull out of that trade because it's not something that you should be in. So, all right, hopefully that helps with your questions right there, John. If there's anything else that I haven't covered with your questions, I think I knocked out everything that you asked there. If there's anything else that I didn't cover, let me know. And if you want me to go more in detail with like a specific strategy, just make a list of questions. Tomorrow we're having the mentoring session at 2:00. So tomorrow at 2:00, have a list of questions. I'll show you real time how each strategy works, how things are used in conjunction with other indicators, any changes that you need to make, anything like that. Really, I can help you with that more in detail. Just not right now because this session is going to be over soon. And tomorrow is more so where I can answer questions like that. So yeah, no problem, John. Hopefully that helps. But hopefully you can also make the session tomorrow, because I think tomorrow will be a lot more useful for you to go over specific strategies and techniques that you can use to increase your win percentage. Swelly is asking, what is a percentage or amount you need to hit to pass FTMO? So it's going to be one of your objectives. So right here, your question is, as they say, you need to pass all objectives. Yeah. So the objectives for FTMO is to not pass your daily loss limit, don't pass your max daily loss limit, and your profit target is 10%. So that's going to be what you need to reach to pass FTMO. Scroll down a little bit, see if there's anything else that I'm missing. Peter said, Rick, you've been quiet. Are you up 10K yet? Damn, Rick's been gambling in the market. Let me see if there's anything else here. Henry's asking, what is the reason why you are not trading the 3-minute strategy? So like, I'm not sure if you like missed my whole, because I explained it earlier, Henry, with regards to the 3-minute. The reason we don't really trade on the 3 minutes is because the market's choppy. I mean, you can just look at it right here. If this doesn't look choppy to you, I mean, this is super choppy, right? Prices, there's huge wicks on both sides. Price is going sideways. It goes down, but it's not a smooth move down. It's a choppy move all the way down. If you compare this to the 1 minute, it's a lot smoother. Price will go smooth to the downside. You can see a clear consolidation right here and it drop back down. It's just a lot more clear. So that's the main reason why I don't trade on the 3 minute. 3 minutes a different time frame too, because you can trade between 1 and 5, but the 3 minute candle closes differently from the 1 and the 5. So I mean, there's different reasons why we don't trade on the 3 minute. I mean, I'm not able to go in between every single time frame. I've always been on the 1 minute. So that's another thing that I need to like remind you guys too, because I feel like a lot of people try to do too much, right? Like for me, I'm trading only US30 and I'm trading on the 1 minute. I feel like people want to trade US30 and they want to trade NASDAQ and they want to trade S&P and they want to trade on the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, whatever. And what happens is they just end up losing every single trade because they're not good at anything, right? What I would recommend is to focus on one time frame, one asset, and just really understand how it moves. As you guys can see from my analysis here, I really know how US30 moves because this is all that I trade. So yeah, back to your question, Henry. I definitely think that you should probably just focus on one time frame. That's another reason why I don't trade on the 3 minute, because I mainly trade on the 1 minute and I understand how it moves here. So yeah, just like where price is, guys, it pushed all the way back up. No problem, Henry. Hopefully that helps with your question there. Price is now back at opening price right there. So if you guys remember from the beginning of the session, this was the range right here. And it's right back to that area. I don't know if Biden started speaking yet. Biden hasn't even started speaking yet. Well, what did somebody say last time? I forgot. Last time when Biden was speaking, they're like, oh, Biden's probably still he's barely waking up. Because everyone calls him Sleepy Joe. So I remember Biden was like, he was like an hour late to his press conference, and they're like, oh, Biden's still getting out of bed or something like that. But he hasn't started speaking yet. So I've updated this right here. He's not speaking at all. Let's see Biden live. Yeah, NBC is right here. I don't know if he started speaking yet, but let's refresh this. Yeah, he hasn't started speaking yet, so he's going to be speaking soon. He just hasn't started yet. The Intelligence Committee is speaking right now still. Matthew said they had to go change his diaper first. Peter said Biden is having his morning ice cream. Oh man, it's too funny. Yeah, guys. So you can see where price rejected from, right? Price came up, and then again right here. Look at where it rejected from right here off the blue line, which is opening price, and it happened again right here. So this is like a bit of a double top. So it looks like a bit of a double top right there. And then it's coming right back down right there. Matt said V3. I'm not going to take this V3, but yes, this is a V3 right here. And Rick, don't take this V3. I know it's just too risky. And it's too big of a candle too, 75 pips or 750 pips. It's gonna be a really big push. Yeah, I would definitely not take it. But yeah, all right, guys, it's 8 o'clock. So I think that's it for this session. I stayed on hold actually a lot longer than I thought I was going to, but it's okay. Maddie said probably one of the worst setups I've seen. Yeah, so just like all jokes aside, guys, this is a horrible entry. The reason why it's horrible is because it's right at the sessions. It's pushing to the upside. The trend meter is green. You should definitely not look to take any V3s yet right here. You want price to confirm the bias, right? So this is like one of the worst positions to take at the moment. Same with this one over here, guys. So the same with the V3 that you guys were looking at earlier over here. This was a horrible position because you can just see where it's pushing up, right? It's been pushing up since like down here. So it's been in an uptrend for a while now. So like with this one right here, I wouldn't have taken this because I feel like people forget the whole setup here, right? So whenever you guys see price pushing up like this, the main thing that you want to confirm the bias is price pushing up, retesting, and continuation, right? For this sell over here, there was no confirmation of the sell, right? You need price to push below, retest, and continue drop, but we didn't even have that. So one thing that you guys want to always confirm is the bias. If there's no bias yet, then don't take any trade. But other than that, let's see. Joshua said, Sean, thanks for your analysis today. See you all tomorrow. Definitely, Joshua. We'll see you tomorrow. Jennifer, you too. I don't know if there was any profits that were posted today. I think some of you guys did take some profits, like Milzon over here took some trades, locked in 2,000 over here. So nice work, Milzon. I didn't take any trades myself, so I don't have anything to post. Kenny over here as well. He took a sell. Kenny took a bunch of sells when you were playing around in the market, locked in 4,639. So great work right there, Kenny. Sisu over here, 8,000. Nice work, Sisu. His other account, 1,300. Great work right there, guys. Patrick over here as well, 2,500. And Nick over here with 350. So a lot of people took trades here just based off my analysis. There was no official trades, but a lot of you guys here did take some good trades off, the simple analysis that I put out for you guys. Patrick over here as well, locked in 3,529. Nice work, Patrick. And Rick over here is down 4,000. I don't know what happened to Rick. Rick took a bunch of gambles. It was funny because earlier we were kind of like joking about it. And Rick actually entered some trades there. It is what it is, Rick. It's all good. No biggie. You'll bounce back from it. Andreas over here as well, locking a total of 990, all wins, no losses. And then we have Barack over here as well with a nice profit of 1,346. So guys, it's all about patience and consistency. If you guys can stay consistent, be patient, don't take anything that's not worth taking. You guys will be perfectly fine. Eddie over here, or Edward, sorry, I don't know why I called you Ed. Ed said he got wicked out on the sell initially. So right here, he got wicked out and then he entered right back and he made the profit off that. So he made a total of 2,619. So nice work, Ed. Maddie over here as well. Maddie locked in a total of 843. Nice work, Maddie. Joshua over here as well. Yeah, Joshua even made trades. So Joshua locked in a total of 205. Took it a bit easy today, smaller lot sizes, but still pretty solid profit. So great work right there, Joshua. Jonathan over here as well, locked in a total of 367. So great work. It looks like a lot of you guys took some of those V3s that I was marking up earlier and took some of the trades based off of my analysis of the market. So Charles over here locked in 12 bucks off this account, 10 bucks off this account, 228 off this account, and 116 off this account. Nice work, Charles. So guys, great work amongst everyone here. I know I didn't take any trades myself, but I like to see a lot of you guys here still doing really well. Oh, nice work. So Ardonius over here passed his phase 2. Damn, huge congrats to Ardonius over here. He's going to be funded now. So it looks like you got funded off. Looks like this is either a 25K account or a 50K account, but great work right there. Actually, 50K account looks like. So nice work, Ardonius. Another member here in K2 just passed their FTMO verification. Another funded account here in K2, guys. So big congrats to the K2 members. Yeah, definitely. Ardonius said, pass my phase 2, Brody. Thanks a lot for your help and knowledge, man. I wouldn't have gotten this far without your help. Definitely, Ardonius. I'm super proud of you, bro, because you never gave up. You've been here and you've been pushing. So huge congrats, bro. About time. Yeah, dude, now time to stack up these money bags, bro. Just stay consistent, right? Once you guys get funded, you guys just gotta stay consistent. That's the main thing. I feel like a lot of people, they get too overly confident and then they just end up doing something completely different once they get funded. So great work right there. Yeah, Charles said slippage on the third mid is third trade taken L. And that slippage has been pretty crazy with the high volatility lately. Kenny over here, 4,600. Nice work, Kenny. Steven over here. I'll read your message a little later, Steven, once we're done. Eunice over here locked in a total of 352. Great work, Eunice. Yeah, wacky day. Trap Tuesday. Yeah, today's definitely Trap Tuesday for everybody. I'll get back to your question a little bit, Andreas. Yeah, super wiki today. Super wacky. Why I say wiki? Wacky today with Trap Tuesday in full effect. See David over here. So David still closed out the profit for the day. He ended with 129, which is fine, David. You know, profit's profit. This is on his funded account. So yeah, definitely good thing you closed with profit. Wacky Wednesday. Oh, this isn't even Wednesday, guys. It's Tuesday. Wacky Tuesday, Trap Tuesday. I mean, I don't know why I said Wednesday. I was talking to somebody else about that. Brenda over here as well, locked in a total of 686. Nice work, Brenda. Jake, I'll get to your question later. Scotty over here as well. Scotty locked in a total of 530. So great work right there, Scotty. Yeah, guys, amazing work across the board. I think that's it. If you guys have more profits sent in, feel free to send them in. I'll add them to the list to be posted later today. But yeah, other than that, if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on Telegram or email me so I can help you guys with whatever you guys need help. Otherwise, we will be back tomorrow for the next live session, and we will be having our mentoring session tomorrow as well. So I'll give you guys the details on that with time and whatnot, but it will be held tomorrow. So other than that, guys, have a great rest of your morning. And definitely, Marlon, yeah, definitely. I hope tomorrow is better too, because today was just trash. But I'm glad I didn't take any trades, didn't take any losses. That's the main thing. I'm still up pretty heavy for the week. So I'm going to save my capital, conserve it, and do a lot better tomorrow with smoother markets. So other than that, guys, have a great rest of your morning, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next live session.